Beautiful day, beautiful soul. Welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. This is a reading for your birth chart placements in Ophiuchus. So, for those of you who requested updates or live links for the Ophiuchus readings, as well as those who requested links to every live reading I ever do, you're about to get this link delivered to you at this time. For those of you who would like to receive that service, there's no charge, just follow the directions below the video. My name is Melinda NailFanatic. I'm your favorite colorblind, ambidextrous, artistic, creative entrepreneur, nail slinging, singing, dancing, tarot reading, psychic, channeling, intuitive, whatever you want to call me. That's what I am, all that, and then some. There's not really a word to define what I am. And some of you could be feeling that way about yourself. You're like, there's not really a word to define what I am. But we're going to take a look at all of the energies that you're bringing to the table at this time, what's happening in your life, and we're going to get some guidance for you, Ophiuchus. So enjoy your full-length reading, okay? So let's see what we have. We'll be working with the Eye of Love Tarot for you to begin. So channeling the Ophiuchus Collective, Lustrous God, creator of all that ever is, was, will be, could be. We're so thankful and grateful for your ever-loving presence, for your guidance, for using the images and the words on these cards to channel through me the perfect messages for Ophiuchus at this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're so thankful and grateful. We know that there's not a lot of readers who do readings for the zodiac sign Ophiuchus, and so years ago we were channeled to provide for you, to provide content for you, and we're so thankful that we do, because you are a beautiful collective, and who is definitely part of the Love and Peace and Happiness tribe. And I see that you really value your reading, so thank you. All right, let's see, what do we have for Ophiuchus at this time, please, and thank you. Show me in their physical experience, finances in particular, please. What are the messages for Ophiuchus about finances? What's the current situation? Two of Swords. Okay, so there's something you're not seeing. There's a decision that needs to be made in regards to finances. Let's look at romances at this time. What's the situation in regards to romances at this time, please? And thank you. The Seven of Cups, considering your options. There's not really any particular person in your romantic love life at this time. If this is your reading, then you are trying to figure out where's the love. In regards to your own mentality, you're focused on your healing right now. You're focused on what are your hopes and dreams. You're trying to figure out what direction. You know that you've been through some things and you're in a healing phase right now. What's going on with Ophiuchus spiritually at this time? Spiritually, please. What is the spiritual status at this time for Ophiuchus, please, and thank you. Is their current spiritual status? Okay. The Ten of Pentacles. Okay, it looks like spiritually you're in a phase where you're connecting to your ancestors, I hear, connecting strongly to your ancestors. Focus is on your family at this time. Some of you, it's addressing family issues that have been a factor in regards to your beliefs and where you're coming from. Okay. The bottom of the deck, which is where your core energy is right now, there's an energy of rejection about you. So we're going to get another deck of cards out. What deck of cards should we use now for this Ophiuchus reading, please, and thank you? The pictorial key. Okay. So let's see what we have. Okay. So let's clarify why finances looks like Two of Swords energy. Hold on a second. Something is backwards here. Okay, good. Now they're guiding me to just make sure all these cards are still upright. Yes. Okay, good. This deck is upright because any reversals during these readings are deliberate and created by spirit on purpose. So clarify why this Two of Swords is here in finances in regards to money matters for Ophiuchus at this time. They have an important decision to make, you say. Okay. It's an intuitive decision that must be made. Your intuition has been telling you that something you've invested in here needs to be stalled. It needs to be held off. Stalled is the word that came through. It needs to be held off. So show me clearly what is going on in money matters for Ophiuchus, please, at this time. What is going on in money matters for Ophiuchus at this time, please, and thank you. Please clarify money matters for Ophiuchus at this time. Thank you. Okay, we have Hierophant. So, okay. This has something to do with a loan, a big finance issue, justice, okay, a loan, and some legalities here. Ace of Swords, they're saying if you're waiting to find out if you're going to get it, yes, you will get it. And the Magician. So somebody here is waiting on some money to come through from either a legal matter or big finance, or there's going to be a big payout regards to a legal matter. Again, big finance, meaning a loan for somebody. Yes is the answer you get. You are attracting what you need in this situation. So if you had a question about, is that money going to come through? Are you going to win that court case? Are you going to get the judgment, the settlement? Yes, you will. Yes, that will come through. I hear 1 month. I hear 1 month. Okay, the bottom of the deck is Empress, which lets you know and lets me know that you are creating wealth. You are creating abundance. You are creating financial power for yourself, financial power for yourself. The Empress is always got every financial need she has met, okay? Let's look at your relationships. What is going on in your relationships? Why do we have the Seven of Cups here? And let's see, what deck shall we use for the relationships for our beautiful Ophiuchus collective, please? What deck do you want me to use for relationships? Okay, they're showing me the Tarot of the Little Prince for your relationships. So let's see, what are the energies in regards to romantic relationships? Romantic relationships for Ophiuchus. Thank you, Luster Scott, for clarifying what is going on in romantic relationships for Ophiuchus, please, and thank you. Why is the Seven of Cups here in regards to romantic relationships for Ophiuchus, please, and thank you. All right, so let's see what's going on. All right, in regards to romantic relationships, the Moon and the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like you've recently ended a marriage contract or a romantic connection with somebody. The contract is complete. You just come out of something. For someone, this involved a Cancerian, a Pisces or Cancer? Pisces, sorry. A Pisces energy was involved in this with you. There was a soul contract here. It's complete. So whatever the relationship was, I feel like for a lot of you, it has come to an end because of some things that were hidden information. Somebody was deceptive. Somebody wouldn't bring their whole heart to the game. And you said, I don't have to play with half a person. I don't have to play with somebody who don't bring their heart to this romance. So now your options are open and you're considering your options. Okay, let's see some more, please, for Ophiuchus regarding their romantic connections. What do we have? The Star, which is beautiful because that's what's on your mind. Some of you are thinking about possibilities and likelihood with a Aquarius, and the Four of Wands is there. So if you're thinking about possibilities and likelihood with an Aquarius, it's looking good. As a matter of fact, this is looking like a connection that for you has a whole lot of pure positive love in it. The bottom of the deck is the Nine of Wands. Yeah, you moved on from the last experience because you realized there's nothing else you could give to it. There's nothing else you can learn from it. You're taking your romantic relationships as a learning opportunity. That serves you very well. That puts you in harmony with your life purpose and with pure positive energy. So I do feel like for a lot of you, Ophiuchus, you are keeping hope that there is a long-term commitment for you. Some of you don't have an Aquarius in your romantic connections, but you do have hope alive. You do believe that there's a love that's written in the stars for you. They're saying, yes, this is true. Keep moving forward. Now let's look at your headspace. They're showing me to use the Universal Tarot cards for your headspace. What's going on with you in your mentality? What's going on in Ophiuchus' headspace? Thank you for clarifying the Star in regards to Ophiuchus' plans, headspace, and mentality, please, and thank you. Please clarify why the star is here. I see that hope is being renewed. You're focusing on the positive aspects. You're focusing on your belief that things do and will get better, even for you. Even though you've had to reject a lot of things in the past, I feel like you're aware that what you've turned down is opening up the energy for something better to come around. Okay, let's see what we have here. Again, that is an Aquarius energy there. So some of you are heavily thinking about an Aquarius. The Seven of Wands comes out with the Knight of Swords as your first clarifiers here. Let's see, what is the message here? I feel like you're thinking about this Aquarius, and I feel like they're coming in too fast and you're trying to slow it down for somebody who is involved with an Aquarius. I feel like you have hope for love, but there's an energy where you just want things to come in easy and slow. You're not all the way ready. You're not all the way ready. You're not ready for something to jump in and take off. You're not ready to dive in head first. You want to just test the waters. You want to put your toe in the water first and see what's really going on. Yeah, something's trying to come in very quickly for you. Oh, the Judgment. Yeah, you're also holding off a connection from the past that's trying to come back. So you're getting communication and interaction from somebody for your past that wants to come back. For somebody, this is a Virgo. You're saying, I'm better off on my own. Somebody says, I'm better off on my own. Somebody says, if I got to deal with this, I don't want to. I would rather be by myself than have to deal with these types of issues this person is bringing to the table. Knight of Pentacles. I feel like for somebody, again, you really just want to take it slow, and somebody is trying to move too far ahead. Somebody's trying to get too deeply intertwined and entangled in your experience. You're not ready for that. You're like, I need time to adjust to this whole idea. I've been through a lot in the past, and I'm not willing to force myself to rush into anything at this time in regards to romance. I also believe that you have an idea that's been strong on your mind. It would bring a lot of change for you, but it involves you putting yourself out there and being more on display than what you've accustomed yourself to in the past. It's not what you're used to. This involves you putting yourself out there for the world to see in a way that makes you very uncomfortable. I feel like it stays on your mind, and you're more of a recluse, and you're being asked to come out and show yourself. You're being asked to come out and show yourself, reveal yourself, and even share what talent, skills, and abilities you have with others in your experience. So let's see what's going on with you spiritually, and I'm being guided to use the Morgan Greer for this position. So let's see what we have for you from the Morgan Greer Tarot in regards to spirituality. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Now, hold on. They said I got to make sure because this deck is all reversed, they said. So let's see. With the Ten of Pentacles there, talk to them about that while I figure these cards out. They're saying the Ten of Pentacles. A lot of things going on with you spiritually is addressing the situations regarding your childhood, regarding your family patterns, family karma, and again, repetitive family energies. There's some energies genetically that have been inherited by you that you are working on. I hear that you're reaching the end. You're reaching some conclusions. You're starting to see why you've done things the way you've done things. You're starting to correlate your behaviors, your beliefs, your actions, and I hear your own self-sabotage, because you're able to see how it matches what you've witnessed from other family members. And then they're saying, what you don't know is this has gone on for generations that you will never know. In other words, they're ones who are long gone in spirit. You'll never know these people. You'll never know their face, their name, or anything about them. But these ones carried these same traits. So they're saying right now, you spiritually are working on ancestral, karmic, and genetic matters regarding spirit. But again, they're saying that you are figuring these things out. I hear that your time with family is helping you to figure this out. So I hear you're spending a lot of time with your family. You're like, why all of a sudden I just won't be around my family? Well, your spirit is giving you the craving. Your spirit is giving you the craving to be with the family, because this is where the clues that are helping you to diffuse the spiritual underlying current that you want to shift is coming through. Okay, so let's see what we have going on in regards to spirituality. You know, Ophiuchus, we've been reading for your zodiac sign for years now. Spirit said, somebody's got to read the messages for Ophiuchus. There's not enough people doing it. So, okay, here we go. There we go. The first clarifiers. We have the bonus card and the Eight of Swords. So feeling stuck, feeling trapped, feeling like you can't make any advancements, feeling like you can't make any move forward. Yeah, feeling like these cycles just don't end, you know, and there's got to be a way out of this, but I don't see it. I want to be able to see it, but there's something here that I'm missing. I'm hearing Five of Swords. It has to do with self-sabotaging. So part of the energy that you've witnessed that you're ready to move out of and let go of is one where the family, including yourself, constantly self-sabotaging. Always also an energy of argumentativeness. There's a lot of argumentativeness in you and in your family. It's like when things are going good, it's like you have to stir the shit pot. Wow, the third star card comes out. So there's a deep healing going on within you. You're really getting down to your core truth, your naked self. In other words, this is what I am. I'm just going to address it. Now, they're saying there's something important that happens when you acknowledge who and where you are. They're saying the road to shifting these energies is through acknowledgement. As long as you're in denial about what is, you cannot shift it. In other words, if you don't know where you're at and you try to find a map to get where you're going, you're not going to find that map to get where you're going because you got to know where you're at to know where you're going. And so there's something about that here. For somebody you've been looking at a map recently, they're saying the King of Cups is coming in for you spiritually, just saying you're going to get the spiritual answers you desire. And as you're doing this healing work and dealing with these family issues, and why do my family trigger me like they do? And yet and still I want to be around their funky selves. Okay, well, this is about you gaining a level of emotional mastery. And this is coming because you're learning where what has kept you stuck is this energy of self-sabotage. It's like you're so used to things turning out a certain way that when they turn out better, you got to go in there and throw a monkey wrench into the engine of it and see if you could break it. You know what I'm saying? And you've seen this in different family members. I hear your mother had a relationship that was really beautiful and you watched her destroy it. And you said to yourself, ever since you were a kid, you said to yourself, why did my mother let that one go? Why did she have to do what she did? Apparently, your mother was the reason that that relationship came to an end. And they're saying this is the same self-sabotaging energy that is being addressed in you right now. You can actually look back at your own relationships and different things, even in regards to your career and finances, where you've made some decisions because of fears that have caused situations to fall apart. Yeah, there's so many of you I'm hearing, you got a good thing going and you don't know how to appreciate it. In other words, how to add value to that good thing. The word appreciate, if you look it up, it means to add value to a thing. So they're saying you had a good thing going. You didn't know how to continue to add value to that because they're saying that level of value that you had was uncomfortable. This is like somebody who's never had more than $100 extra, all of a sudden having $1 million. This person is not going to walk around with $1 million cash comfortably. They're going to seek somewhere to hide it, and they wouldn't know what to do with it because they don't know that energy. So likewise, you had something of great value that came in, but because you never had anything of great value in this way, you didn't know what to do with it when you had it, they said. And so you are attempting to adjust your own psyche and raise your vibration and raise your consciousness to allow you to accept the great things that life has for you without self-sabotaging. Okay, the bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords, which lets me know that you've been doing a lot of meditation, prayer, and just focusing on the energies and being open to receive what Spirit is showing to you about yourself, about what has transpired. And you're willing to receive and follow the course of guidance that you do receive. So there's been a lot of rejection. This is telling me too, in this spiritual energy, that a lot of things you turned down were really good for you if you'd have kept them. This is like that. This is that same old story we've heard many times before about people who, you know, they have a great person on their line. They got somebody who's really beautiful, but, you know, you go for the bad boy instead of the one that really wants to be good to you because you've never seen a healthy relationship. You've never had a prosperous and reciprocal connection for yourself, and you've never even seen one. So why would you know how to respond to that? Why would you know what to do with it if you've never seen it before? So you're developing the qualities in you that will help you to not self-sabotage when this comes around for you next time. Having recognized that you've done things to destroy a good thing when you had it, you're saying, okay, and what can I do to change that? And if you're not saying that consciously, it's definitely happening in your spirit. Okay. All right. So let's look at the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards and get some guidance for you in these situations. Okay. We're going to pull one over each of these positions and just get some guidance for you. Okay, keep the book out. They say I'll be reading from the book for you for each of these positions as well. So in order to allow more financial prosperity, to bring more money to Ophiuchus, you know, there's a decision they have to make. They're going to get an opportunity to receive some finances, whether that's through a loan or a lawsuit, some sort of justice being set straight, spirit stepping in. They're saying, yes, you get it. Yes, you'll get the money, and you are manifesting this, and it's to bring balance into your life. So please guide my beautiful Ophiuchus collective regarding money. What do they need to do to allow themselves to be wealthier, to be more prosperous? Excuse me. Excuse me. To receive. Oh, I heard you allergic to money. I heard you allergic to money because you're not used to it. You used to being broke, baby. Little by little, you're going to break it. See, going out to eat on a Saturday night used to be going to freaking Taco Bell or McDonald's. But in a minute, you're going to be going to Del Frisco's every Saturday night for dinner. Look it up. They said, look up some things that are different from your realm of financial awareness. Go into the wealth. You want more money? Study and observe what is out there that you will have available to you, that you want to partake of, that you never before, because first off, you didn't know about it. Second off, you didn't have the money for it, but it's saying to attract it, you need to bring it into your focus. You need to bring it into your focus. And then it's interesting because they're showing me that while you're doing this, certain triggers will be brought up. Triggers about how other people who do have the money spend their money. You might find yourself triggered as hell because of what somebody else is doing with their wealth. They're saying you need to address these things. When these things happen for you, to ask your spirit, why do I have this resistance here? What is it teaching me? And how can I shift it? Those three questions. Okay, so what is the guidance for you? Solitude. In silence, peace prevails. They're saying as you're doing this work and as you're having these visions for yourself, it's not for everybody else. Do this internally. Don't go talking to your friends about it. Please don't go talking to your broke friends and your broke family about it, because they stay in a broke mentality. And when you tell them what you're working on, they're not going to understand it. All they're going to do is throw some more salt on your game. So Ophiuchus, don't do it, okay? Also, the other thing is when this money come your way, keep it to yourself. Number one thing broke folks do is they get a big bunch of money, then they go throw it around to everybody who never did nothing for them, and then the money is gone. So like we gave the illustration earlier that somebody's only used to having $100 extra is the most they've ever had, and now they're about to have $1 million extra. Well, there's a lot of historical evidence and experiences of people who get large sums of money who never had it, and they waste it, and it's gone in no time. I was once standing in line in a Walgreens behind this woman, and she was telling me how, and I don't even remember why it came up, but she was telling me how her and each of her siblings inherited $100,000 when their mother died. Do you know this woman spent it up in a year? She said it was gone in a year. It was completely wasted, and there was nothing left to show for it. Now she looking broke joke inside a freaking Walgreens. And all I could think to myself then as well as now is when my mother passed, I was left $15,000. I'm still living from that $15,000. That $15,000, I paid my living expenses for a month. I bought a business for myself, and I bought a business for my ex-husband, and a business. I invested in the nail business with the other $5,000. It was three $5,000 chunks, and the one that I invested for the ex-husband, that was a complete loss. I never got anything out of that. I'm just saying. But that $5,000 that I invested to pay my bills, and that $5,000 that I invested to get my nail license and to start a nail business is still, I mean, shit, that's what pays for all these free readings. All these hours I give you, I'm only able to give you because the nail business is the cornerstone that supports all this spiritual business. Now, it might be different if y'all all got on here and start giving me a lot more donations, but that's fine. I ain't complaining. And I will not be begging neither, because God pays me, okay? I get paid. So they're giving you this experience of mine because they're saying, with this money that's coming your way, you have the opportunity to continue to get paid. To continue to get paid for years to come. But you're going to have to make some wise decisions. And one of them is keep that shit to yourself. This bag was brought to you. This bag was brought to you. It got your name on it. If it don't got their name on it, they don't need to partake of it. Now, it's one thing if you have minor children, but even there, you have to be sensible. You have to be sensible so that you could continue to provide in the years to come. Okay. Whoo, we going off on money. Didn't we go off on the money? I'm just saying, I'm all about the money. I'm all about the money because I feel like a poor man has poor power, little ability to create finances is a form of energy, okay? And a rich man with a bad heart creates a whole lot of badness. A good person, a loving person with a lot of money can create a whole lot of love and peace and happiness. So I feel like if you are a tribe, you have a moral responsibility to be as wealthy as possible so you can invest in things that are just focused on love and peace and happiness, on elevating consciousness, on bringing beautiful things to your life, to your family. It's okay to be wealthy. Ooh, you need to go. What reading was it I did? Was it the 1330 Sadira read? I just did a reading. Oh, Lord. Maybe Norma Jean. Remember, Norma Jean is always live with me. I just did a reading when we're talking about Jesus and how people be thinking Jesus was a broke joke and he was weak as heck. No, Jesus was not a weak man. He was physically strong and he was wealthy enough that he had a freaking personal accountant that traveled with him. Hello. Judas Iscariot was Jesus's personal treasurer, an accountant. Jesus was not poor, and he was dressed so well that when he died, the palace guards were placing bets to see who could keep his robe because it was of the finest quality. So people got this fucked up idea that to be a good person, to be spiritual, you got to be broke. No, you don't. Everything in the physical realm breaks down to spirit. Everything in the physical realm is spirit. That does include money, people. And money is not the root of all evil, but it is the amplifier of your heart condition. And if you got a golden heart condition, baby, I hope you get some golden money so that way you could go out there and spread that beautiful heart condition and amplify it in our world, because our world needs more love and peace and happiness. And that's why you are tribe. All right. So make wise investments. And I'm also hearing when you do come into your funds, because you are coming into some funds, invest in your own health, well-being, and spiritual gifts. Take time to invest in that. Okay. Some of y'all need some healing energies. Some of y'all need some spiritual guidance. Some of y'all need to allow yourself to explore your spirituality. Okay. Let's go over here to relationships. We said in relationships, there was some sort of illusion, some sort of lies, you know what I'm saying? But you're keeping the hope alive that there is the right one for you. You may not know who it is, but you know it's there. So let's get some guidance. Please guide my beautiful OPHIUCHUS collective in regards to their romantic connections. They deserve love. They deserve a true love. They deserve a love like this. And so please guide my beautiful OPHIUCHUS collective to help them to see their way clearly through to that love that they are so worthy and deserving of. Please guide one card of guidance for my beautiful OPHIUCHUS collective, please, and thank you. Whew. Here we go. Whew. Passion and pleasure. Savor your life, baby. It's yours. You know what? I was watching somebody's TikTok and they were having a conversation. They put this cool filter over themselves. So they're doing this this skit between themselves and themselves as an alien. And so they tell the alien informs the human that it took them longer than the longest human lifespan, which is about 100 years, to travel to this planet. So the alien says, so you must surely live your life in such a beautiful way since you have so little time available. And the human says, actually, we actually spend our time doing a lot of stuff that we hate because we feel like we have to. So Spirit is here saying to you, you don't know how long or how short your life may be, but you do know that you have these here available now as an opportunity to live your life with passion and pleasure. So in order to allow the flow of love in your life to attract that perfect romance, the person that you deserve to love you, it's important that you live your life this way. Don't sit around boo-hooing and woe is me and pity partying yourself because ain't nobody there. Because ain't nobody gonna want that type of shit. Who wants to fall in love with somebody who's just miserable? Nobody wants that. People are attracted to love you as you're loving yourself and loving your life. And so to bring in that partnership that you so beautifully deserve, you got to live your life with passion and pleasure. Okay. Whew. In regards to your headspace, your mentality, you know that you're in a healing phase. You know, you had to stave off a lot of attacks, you know, and giving yourself a chance to relive your life by getting rid of a lot of attacking energies. I hear attacking energies. You had a lot of individuals around you that were very attacking. Everybody was always after your time. Also, anybody who's trying to rush in love, you ain't ready for that. You're looking for a slow and easy is the way I want to love you tonight. But maybe not tonight. Maybe after a while, after I get to know you better, okay? That's how you're feeling about this today. As a matter of fact, you're following your intuitive guidance system that's saying right now is a good time for you to do what you need to do to give yourself a reinvigoration of life. You've had to turn a lot of things down in the past. So let's see. Please guide my beautiful Ophiuchus Collective one card about their headspace. What do they need to know? What is the perfect guidance for my Ophiuchus Collective? Give them perfect guidance regarding their headspace, their mentality, and their plans, please. And thank you. What do we have? In the flow, everything is smooth sailing. So they're saying you need to remember and know that you've chosen to go into the flow. What flow? The flow of spirit, the flow of the universe. You're in harmony with where life is showing you to go. And part of that is what you have let go of. Okay. And they're giving me the Flow Assist called Breathe. It's a song by the Flow Assist, Floacist. And the song is called Breathe. You gotta let it go so you can grow. You gotta let it go. Just breathe. You took it all in, and so you have to let it out, just like a breath. You breathe in, you breathe out. So in here, this is about you learning to breathe out. Before, you were breathing in, and trying to retain all of that. And what was that? There was all the different things and people you brought into your life. And finally, you're learning like, oh, I got to let this stuff go. It comes in, it's got to go out too. It can't just stay in. You won't be able to take the next breath if you don't let out the last breath. So likewise, you won't be able to take the next step if you don't let go of where the last step was, is the guidance there. Let's see in regards to your spirituality, what is the guidance for my beautiful Ophiuchus Collective? Please guide my beautiful Ophiuchus Collective regarding their spirituality. What do they most need to know at this time? And then we'll be reading from the book for you, okay? Please guide my beautiful Ophiuchus Collective at this time. What is the guidance for my beautiful Ophiuchus Collective at this time regarding spirituality? You've been looking at family patterns and wanting to free yourself from the self-sabotaging energy, from a very combative energy, an argumentative energy, an energy when things start going good, you mess it up because you want to fight, you want to argue, you can't see stuff, working against yourself. And they're saying there's a healing happening here, and there is emotional mastery coming in for you through this. It says discovering the truth. You stand in the light of truth. I love that. So here you are. I see you turning your back to the ways of the older ones. So I see this younger person here. You're taking new information with you. You're turning your back from the guidance that you're getting, or the ways of the ancestors. Your parents, your grandparents are the ones that you actually know, but there's so many more out there that you don't even know This is you turning your back to whatever they told you to do because you're like, well, where the hell did your advice take you? I ain't trying to go where you went. You understand? You got all these life dreams and unfulfilled. I'm trying to fulfill mine, so I'm not going to follow your advice. So you could literally be saying this to somebody, or you're at least thinking it to yourself. For some of you, this is in regards to spirituality. You come from generations of this religion and you're like, yeah, no, not doing that no more. I see that there is something more clear here, more true, that resounds with truth within my spirit. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, they said the card that I'm supposed to read for you is this one at the bottom of the deck, because this is where you're at, what you really need to know. This is view from above. Get the big picture. Here you are standing in a hot air balloon where you can see things. You're being elevated by spirit. You're in motion and you're in the flow. Again, going with the flow, in the flow here, being able to see things from a higher perspective. They said that's the most important message here, because that's the core of your advice. Okay, your advice is grounded in this, in knowing that there's a ability to zoom out and see the bigger picture. So let's go ahead and find this card in the book. First off, got to start there. So let's see, view from above. It's on page 117. So 1 and 1 and 7. So the ones are about personal choices and your personal energy and the way you move forward. The 11 is on your path. The 1 and 1 and the 11 also equal duality. It's giving me as above, so below. And 7 is about spiritual wholeness. So as you're creating spiritual wholeness in your mentality and your consciousness, you've received the Christ consciousness download, it's affecting your physical world. It's affecting your physical life and the way you move. You're making choices more guided by spirit, spiritually whole choices. Let's see what we have here. View from above, get the big picture. The card meaning. Don't get bogged down in details. Let go of petty concerns. Get the big picture. Imagine that you're seeing your life from above. Only do what is truly important. Everything else is inconsequential. Go through each area of your life to look and see what the big picture is. Make major life decisions based on this strategy. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know. It's easy to forget what the overall journey is about when the traveler gets caught up in day-to-day survival and the ups and downs of life on the road. It's only when the traveler takes time to look at the big picture that he realizes that most worries and anxieties are only temporary. Imagine yourself in the future. Ask yourself if what you are doing now will be important to your future self. Focusing on these concerns takes up valuable life force energy. Keep your focus directed in the important things in life. Let everything else drop away. So they're telling you, stay focused on what really matters in life. Don't worry about the petty little nuances. Certain little things don't matter. You know, and too many have been focused too strongly on the minute details that have no bearing on the overall big picture. So Ophiuchus, zoom out. See the big picture. Overall, I see you headed in a beautiful direction. We're going to close you out for this reading with a card from the deck, Miracles Now from Gabrielle Bernstein. So let's see what is our closing message for our beautiful Ophiuchus collective at this time. Whew. For whatever reason, I'm being guided to let you know that I do my best to do a full-length zodiac reading every day. Some days that doesn't happen because I am investing a lot of time here. But, you know, it was your turn. So the next full-length zodiac reading I do will be Sagittarius. I just keep going to the next sign that I had not yet done, and I stay in order. So Ophiuchus, it's going to be a little while till we come back around to another full-length reading for you, but this has been a timeless reading. Whenever you find it, it is necessary. And if you need some more before I get back to your zodiac sign, then what you can do is go to your playlist. You have an entire playlist of timeless Ophiuchus readings. Okay, so please give one closing message. What miracle now do we have for Ophiuchus, please, and thank you. What miracle now? Okay, they're saying I can't let you go without doing a postcard from Spirit for your Zodiac collective. When in doubt, I play it out. When in doubt, I play it out. So they're also saying, when you have a decision to make, look at both opportunities or what the opportunities are for your decision making, okay? And they say, follow that path of one decision all the way down, and where will it take you? Play it out in your mind mentally. Then they're saying, go back to zero space. In other words, clear your mind, clear your energy, get into that meditative place, and then begin to view the other option, and do this with each option and play it all the way out. So you could see, if I continue down this course, where it's going to take you. If I continue down this course, this is what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. And what I'm hearing is this is actually exercising your intuitive abilities. Your pineal gland is flexing when you do this. It's like putting weights on your pineal gland. Say, okay, baby, we're going to pump you up. Pump it up. Energy, okay, of your intuition. They're saying make these decisions this way. They're saying once you've done that work and you felt it out, go play. Literally, go play. What's fun? Go do that for a while. Okay. Yeah. So doubt is an energy of not right now. Doubt is an energy of probably not. They say when in doubt, leave it out. If it's for you and it's for right now, it's going to be like when you have to take a shit. I call it a gotta take a shit urge. It's called a gotta take a shit urge, meaning where is the damn toilet? Because I'm taking my ass there right now because this thing is about to explode, right? And so that's the thing. When it's time and it's right for you, you will not be able to stop yourself from that course of action. When you are stopping yourself from a course of action, that is letting you know that the timing is off. It's not the right decision. Hold on. Just hold on a minute. Okay. So bear that in mind as you move forward with your decision-making process. Okay. And when you're in the situation where the decision makes you have to sit and really do the work, know that you're being prepared for a step that you will eventually be taking. Is probably just not yet. They're preparing you. They're having you get your head and your energy ready to bust a move, okay? So just bust a move. All right, here we go. And that's what we have for you. Take this. If it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it don't, leave it where you found it, because you're responsible for all your life choices all the time. If you need a personal reading just for you, we could do one of these. It's all about you. Go to the website, check it out, make your purchase, and I'll get with you ASAP. Okay, until next time, sending you so much love. Until next time. Okay, kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby.